Hello, I'm a doctor, and I'm here to talk about something many of us face as we get older, especially if we're managing diabetes, those disruptive nighttime trips to the bathroom. You know the drill, waking up multiple times, sometimes every hour, just to urinate. It's more than just a nuisance, it's a silent torment that drains your energy, clouds your mind, and slowly erodes your peace. For people over 50 living with diabetes, frequent nighttime urination, or nocturia, is incredibly common, yet it's often overlooked, dismissed, or simply accepted as normal. But what if I told you it's not normal? And what if the solution was already in your kitchen? Recent insights from the American Neurological Association show that specific types of rice can actually help regulate blood sugar, reduce inflammation, and calm the bladder, especially overnight. Some varieties contain natural compounds that are gentle on the kidneys, soothe the urinary tract, and can help reduce those nighttime bathroom trips by up to 35%. In this video, I'm going to reveal the top 6 types of rice that can help you sleep through the night again, without the constant urge, without the pain, and without the embarrassment. And rice number 3, it's so powerfully effective that it's banned in several hospitals. Stick with me until the very end because I'll also share a bonus bedtime tip that could help you wake up feeling like yourself again. This is too important to miss. 1. Brown rice, the magnesium marvel. Brown rice is a familiar staple, but are you using it in the best way to maximize its benefits? For those over 50, especially those managing diabetes and dealing with frequent nighttime urination, brown rice can be a game changer if you know how to use it right. It's not just a whole grain that's good for heart health or blood sugar control. It also contains a key nutrient for sleep, magnesium. Every 100 grams of cooked brown rice provides about 39 milligrams of magnesium, roughly 10% of an adult's daily needs. That might not sound like much, but magnesium plays a critical role in relaxing bladder muscles. When the bladder is relaxed, it's less irritated, which helps reduce the need to wake up at night to urinate. According to Dr. Carolyn Dean, author of The Magnesium Miracle, magnesium deficiency is directly linked to an overactive bladder, OAB, a common cause of nighttime sleep disruption in older adults. For those living with diabetes, maintaining deep, uninterrupted sleep is essential for disease management. That's why I always emphasize the importance of magnesium-rich foods like brown rice in the diet. However, a common issue for older adults is bloating or indigestion when eating brown rice at night. The culprit is a compound called phytic acid, found in the brown layer of brown rice. Phytic acid is an anti-nutrient that hinders the absorption of essential minerals like magnesium, iron, and zinc. If you're preparing brown rice the usual way, rinsing it quickly and cooking it immediately, you're likely missing out on much of its nutritional value and putting extra strain on your digestive system. So, what's the solution? As a doctor who's worked with thousands of older patients, I'll share a simple but highly effective tip. Soak brown rice overnight in warm water for at least 8 to 12 hours before cooking. This breaks down phytic acid, softens the grains, and activates beneficial enzymes, allowing your body to absorb minerals more effectively. Another bonus, the rice cooks faster, becomes softer and tastier, and is much easier to digest. No more heavy stomach or nighttime bloating. For even better results, add a few drops of lemon juice or a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar to the soaking water. The natural acidity helps neutralize phytic acid further, improving magnesium absorption to relax the bladder and promote better sleep. Picture this: a light dinner with soaked brown rice, steamed vegetables, and a piece of grilled fish. Your body gets the nutrients it needs, blood sugar stays stable, your stomach feels light, and you're set for a deep, uninterrupted sleep. This is a simple way to manage diabetes naturally over 50. If you've been eating brown rice without soaking it, I sincerely invite you to try this method. And if you find this tip helpful, don't hesitate to share it with loved ones and friends. 2. Wild rice, the sleep catalyst. Have you ever seen a dark, long, glossy grain with a slight nutty flavor? That's wild rice, also known as Indian rice. This unique grain was once a prized food of the Ojibwe, a Native American tribe. Unlike the typical rice you cook daily, wild rice is actually the seed of a watergrass native to the lakes of the northern US and Canada. When prepared correctly, it can be a golden key to restful sleep and managing nighttime urination, especially for those over 50 aiming to manage diabetes naturally. So, why is wild rice so special? It's rich in an essential amino acid called tryptophan, a precursor to two compounds critical for sleep and the nervous system, serotonin and melatonin. When you eat tryptophan-rich foods, your body uses it to produce serotonin, which improves mood, and melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep. Every 100 grams of cooked wild rice contains about 0.024 grams of tryptophan. That might sound small, but it's significant if eaten regularly at dinner, as tryptophan works best when digested with complex carbohydrates. This is especially beneficial for those losing sleep due to frequent nighttime urination. In a nationally broadcast talk show, Dr. Michael Bruce, known as the Sleep Doctor, shared that tryptophan from natural foods like wild rice promotes deeper sleep and, crucially, fewer nighttime awakenings. With deeper sleep, the nervous system and bladder muscles function more harmoniously, significantly reducing nighttime urination without relying on sleep aids or bladder-suppressing drugs. However, if you've tried cooking wild rice and found it time-consuming, hard, or tough to chew, you're not alone. Many older adults face this when first trying it. But here's a tip I use myself and share with my elderly patients. Soak wild rice in cold water with a few drops of apple cider vinegar for at least 4 hours before cooking. This softens the grain's tough outer layer, preserves more nutrients, and makes the rice cook evenly and become much softer. The mild acidity of apple cider vinegar, combined with proper soaking time, breaks down the hard outer layer without needing to cook it excessively. When softened, the rice enzymes and antioxidants work better, and digestion becomes gentler for older adults, avoiding bloating or discomfort. Importantly, you don't need hot water for soaking. Cold water preserves the natural flavor and prevents nutrient loss. After soaking, cook as usual or steam it with vegetables for a richer, easier to digest dinner. I sincerely recommend trying this soaking method before cooking wild rice for dinner, especially if you're seeking ways to manage nighttime urination and sleep better without relying on medication. Remember, good sleep doesn't come from luck. It comes from daily informed choices, starting with healthy, science-backed meals. Wild rice is one such choice. 3. Jasmine rice, the gentle stabilizer. Jasmine rice is a fragrant, soft white rice that's a staple in many households. But did you know that when used correctly, this familiar grain can help you sleep better and significantly reduce nighttime urination? Let's start with the key nutritional component of jasmine rice: slow digesting carbohydrates. Every 100 grams of cooked jasmine rice provides about 30 grams of carbohydrates, most of which are digested and absorbed slowly, preventing sudden blood sugar spikes after meals. This is more important than you might think. When blood glucose stays stable in the evening, the bladder's nervous system isn't suddenly triggered, reducing the need to wake up at night to use the bathroom. A 2023 study published in the Journal of Urology found that in type 2 diabetes patients, controlling blood sugar in the evening could reduce nighttime urination by up to 34%. That's a remarkable figure. As a doctor who's worked with hundreds of older adults with diabetes, I can confirm that choosing slow-digesting carbohydrates like jasmine rice is a practical way to manage diabetes naturally over 50. But here's the most important part, a tip few people know about using jasmine rice. I've seen many people reheat leftover jasmine rice for convenience or let it cool and eat it with salads or cold dishes. But here's where you need to pay close attention. Avoid eating jasmine rice once it has cooled. When cooled, the starch in jasmine rice transforms into resistant starch, which is much harder for older adults to digest. This can lead to bloating, gas, and a heavy stomach, especially if eaten at night, making you restless and disrupting sleep. So, my sincere advice is to always eat jasmine rice while it's still warm, right after cooking or gently reheating if needed. Don't let it sit and cool for too long before eating. When warm, the carbohydrates remain easily digestible, allowing your body to absorb them efficiently, keeping blood sugar stable and your digestive system stress-free. A small tip I use myself is to cook jasmine rice in the afternoon so it's still warm for dinner. If you need to store cooked rice, reheat it with steam rather than a microwave. Steaming preserves the soft texture and natural aroma while maintaining nutritional structure, unlike high microwave heat. Another great thing is that jasmine rice pairs easily with diabetes-friendly foods: salmon, steamed broccoli, boiled green beans, or pan-seared chicken breast. A dinner like this is light, provides enough energy, stabilizes blood sugar, and reduces bladder irritation. The result? deeper sleep without waking up to the urge to urinate in the middle of the night. Remember, good sleep doesn't just happen. It starts with small choices like picking the right rice and cooking it properly. 4. Black rice, the antioxidant powerhouse. Black rice has been popping up more and more in health articles and supermarkets. This striking purple-black grain isn't just visually appealing, it's dubbed longevity rice for its ability to support sleep and soothe the bladder at night. Black rice contains a remarkable nutrient called anthocyanin. Every 100 grams of cooked black rice can provide up to 200 milligrams of anthocyanin. This powerful antioxidant, also found in blueberries, is present in black rice in much higher amounts than in many common fruits. What's notable is that anthocyanin effectively reduces inflammation, particularly in the urinary system. When the bladder is mildly inflamed, older adults often feel the urge to urinate multiple times at night. But when inflammation is controlled, the bladder stops sending signals at the wrong time, allowing you to sleep through the night. A report from the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health confirmed that anthocyanin not only benefits cardiovascular health but also significantly reduces urinary system inflammation in older adults. This is especially critical if you're living with diabetes. Better inflammation control means fewer sleep disruptions from nighttime urination. If you're looking to manage diabetes naturally over 50, black rice is a worthy addition to your weekly menu. Now, here's the part I'm most excited to share. A small tip that can make a big difference. Many people cook black rice like regular white rice, but this can cause it to lose some of its precious nutrients, which is especially unfortunate for older adults. The secret? Boil black rice with a pinch of Himalayan sea salt. This may sound simple, but it's backed by solid science. Himalayan sea salt contains trace minerals like zinc, magnesium, and selenium. When combined with anthocyanin during boiling, these minerals stabilize the anthocyanin structure, making it easier for your body to absorb rather than partially losing it through digestion. Plus, Himalayan salt subtly enhances the flavor of black rice, giving the dish a gentle richness without needing heavy sauces or spices. I often advise my patients to use a ratio of 1 cup of black rice to 3 cups of filtered water. Add a pinch of sea salt and simmer on low heat for 35 to 40 minutes until the grains are evenly soft. If you pay close attention, after a dinner with black rice cooked this way, bloating practically disappears and sleep comes more easily. Don't forget that black rice has a lower glycemic index than regular white rice, preventing blood sugar spikes after dinner and reducing strain on the kidneys and urinary system. It's a simple, easy-to-cook choice with benefits that exceed expectations for your sleep and health. If you've seen black rice but hesitated to try it, share this video with loved ones to learn how to use it right. 5. Basmati rice, the gentle digester. Basmati rice, hailing from the Himalayan region, is known for its long, fragrant, and light grains. It's not only a staple in Indian cuisine but also recommended by nutritionists for those over 50, especially those seeking to manage diabetes naturally. What makes basmati rice stand out is its high amylose content, a type of slow-digesting starch. In 100 grams of cooked basmati rice, about 25% is amylose, significantly higher than the 10% found in regular white rice. Amylose digests slowly, slowing the release of glucose into the bloodstream and keeping blood sugar levels stable. For those over 50 who wake up at night due to fluctuating blood sugar, basmati can be a powerful ally. Stable blood sugar means the bladder's nervous system isn't triggered excessively, reducing the need for nighttime bathroom trips. Dr. David Jenkins, the pioneer of the glycemic index, GI, published research showing that basmati rice has a GI up to 30% lower than regular white rice, ranging from 50 to 58. This makes it a safe choice for people with diabetes and those aiming to prevent kidney complications and nighttime urination. A low GI also means no sudden insulin spikes, which can disrupt sleep and nighttime blood filtration. Now let me share a little-known tip rooted in thousands of years of Ayurvedic medicine from India. Cook basmati rice with diluted coconut milk instead of plain water. It's not just about the rich, creamy flavor. Coconut milk contains healthy fats, mainly lauric and capric acids, that enhance the absorption of slow-digesting starches like amylose. For older adults, combining healthy fats with slow-digesting carbs sustains energy after dinner, reduces midnight hunger, and calms nervous system activity. Mix 1 part diluted coconut milk with 2 parts water. Then use this to cook basmati rice as usual. The ratio is 1 cup of rice to 2 cups of the coconut milk water mix. Simmer on low heat for 15 to 18 minutes with the lid on. The result is fragrant, fluffy, and soft rice that's not only delicious but also easy to digest, reducing bloating and promoting deeper sleep. Isn't that amazing? I had a 68-year-old patient who used to wake up 3 times a night to urinate. After switching to basmati rice cooked with coconut milk for 4 dinners a week, paired with a low-sodium, veggie-heavy diet, he reduced it to 1 wake-up or even slept through the night. This noticeably improved his mood, blood pressure, and blood sugar control. Small changes done consistently can lead to big results. 6. Millet, the tiny titan. Millet, an ancient grain from Africa and Asia, is making a comeback in kitchens, especially among older adults, thanks to its remarkable benefits for sleep and bladder health. Millet is packed with tryptophan and niacin, 2 micronutrients vital for producing serotonin, the hormone that promotes relaxation and deeper sleep. In 100 grams of cooked millet, you get about 140 milligrams of tryptophan and over 2 milligrams of niacin. Notably, millet's tryptophan content is 3 times higher than white rice, according to USDA Food Data Central. Serotonin derived from tryptophan regulates bladder nerve activity, reducing the urge to urinate at night, the reason many of us wake up multiple times. Niacin also supports sleep regulation and energy metabolism. For those over 50 whose bodies produce less serotonin naturally, adding tryptophan and niacin-rich foods can make a significant difference. It not only improves sleep but also helps manage nighttime urination, a fatiguing issue that disrupts blood sugar balance. And as you know, stable blood sugar is key to managing diabetes naturally over 50. Now, let me share a fantastic tip that few know about. Before cooking millet, dry roast it in a hot pan for 3 to 5 minutes until it releases a light, aromatic scent. This doesn't just enhance flavor, it activates natural digestive enzymes in millet, making it easier for older adults with weaker digestion to absorb nutrients while avoiding bloating or discomfort after dinner. This is the key to sleeping soundly without waking up to an uneasy stomach. It's easy to do. Take 1 cup of dry millet, place it in a non-stick pan, and roast over medium heat, stirring constantly to prevent burning. When the grains turn lightly golden and smell fragrant, add water at a ratio of 1 part millet to 2.5 parts water. Then cook as usual. You can add a pinch of mineral salt for a richer flavor, but avoid butter or frying oils as they can weigh down your stomach at night. Uninterrupted sleep, a calm bladder, and stable blood sugar all can start with a humble grain like millet. That's what gets me excited every time I talk about this food. If you've never heard of millet, I encourage you to explore more about lesser-known foods that are incredibly good for you. In this video, we've explored 6 grains that not only improve sleep but also help manage nighttime urination, stabilize blood sugar, and support the nervous system, all critical for those managing diabetes naturally over 50. These aren't just nutritional facts, they're small changes with a big impact on your quality of life after 50. If you ignore these tips and continue eating without care, the risks of chronic insomnia, erratic blood sugar, and worsening bladder function grow serious. This doesn't just make you tired or irritable, it affects your heart, memory, and daily life. So, don't wait for your health to sound the alarm. Start with tonight's dinner, choose the right grain, cook it properly, and let tomorrow's sleep be more restful. You deserve nights free from waking up 2 or 3 times.